Welcome everybody, it's Rob Sachetto here in the studio. Let me turn some lights on. Again. Man, have I been busy. Woo! Yeah! I've got some zombie portraits to do. Hey everyone, how y'all doing? It's Rob Sachetto, inventor of zombie portraits, drawer of more zombies than anyone on Earth, writer and illustrator behind the Zombie Handbook, and I'm here to draw stuff for you, and in particular, something we haven't done yet, which is in fact zombie portraits. So I am doing, if you didn't know, Michael Berryman, usually monster star, co-star of 100 million horror movies, videos, and whatnot. Oh man, like the guy's been everywhere. Like he just plays this great. He's this great character actor, right? He's got this super unique look, right? So, yeah, I remember him back. In a Motley Crue video, "Home Sweet Home," and I don't know if that was the first time I saw him, but he was even in that Motley Crue video. So. Yes, and actually he'll be a guest at this year's CreatureCon here in Sudbury. Yeah, man. So if you don't have tickets yet, get tickets to that. Michael Berryman, amongst many others, and I'll be doing some more surprise zombie portraits. So these zombie portraits are going to be. They're going to be printed, rather. Yes, I'm concentrating too much on one thing and not enough on the other here. Sorry. If this was anything else, I would kind of, not go on autopilot, but at least, I want to get this, this is, a really big zombie portrait to me. So, Michael Berryman. Yeah, and so these will be prints at the show that can get signed by these guests that I'm doing. So yes, I'm really happy and proud and honored to do these for the CreatureCon. So yeah, come out for that. It'll be awesome. I'm going to be doing more. Other zombie portraits, rather, of other celebs that will be there. Some horror icons. So yeah, stick around. Stick around. And we're just drawn. I'm kind of loosely paying attention to this, minor details in this, and going for a sort of more of a broader, gorier look. Like a cartoonish almost take, but still in keeping absolutely everything about, what makes him him, right? So, and therein lies the thing where you don't want to travel too far from what the main subject looks like, of course, right? So, yeah. Keeping the subject is of great importance to me, in doing the zombie portrait, So yeah, I really want to do a good job. Obviously exaggerate things too, and things of that nature, but to a degree where, it's in keeping with the style of this particular piece, So, yeah, keeping those things in mind. Whether you're really consciously doing it or not, or like, since I'm explaining it, that's what I'm kind of doing, you know. So yeah. Otherwise, I think I would kind of just do it automatically, and not think about it almost at this point. But anyway, that comes with doing stuff a billion times, right? And just loving that territory and loving that loving that kind of style, So yes. So I hope you guys are having a great week so far. I'm kind of a day late, but I would have had a live stream last night, but I really wanted to sort of unleash or present or surprise y'all with these zombie portraits. And so I kind of had to wait an extra day because of technicalities. I use actual prints, to obviously to do the drawing from, instead of like from a screen, like I usually do. I just eyeball stuff, but for these, I need prints, so I had to get that printed, and I don't have a printer, man. I don't have a printer. Yeah. So I get my stuff printed at a nearby print shop. Yeah, so I have to wait a day. Yeah, and that's why. Otherwise, I would have been working on this and having the live stream the other day. I think yesterday, right? But yeah, that's what happened. That's my story. But it's true. And you can look it up. Yeah, so here we go with some Michael Berryman. I wanted to do something really like mutated, but zombie, like almost like his character from where this photo's from, Hills Have Eyes, but like really mutate him with, almost like 80s style special effects. That's the kind of look I was going for with this, So yeah. Yeah, just in explaining it, right? Just in explaining what the motivation is, because you have to have a backstory too. Remember, I always say it's always great to have a backstory for the character, even though it's like an established character. I am zombifying it, so how did it get to that point? How did it get to that mutated point? And stuff. I think of that stuff, right? And it just helps you, it helps you draw. And then again, doing that sort of 80s, 90s special effects style thing, you could see, right? You could see that looks like something you'd see in a Fangoria magazine or whatever, So that's the kind of look that I was thinking of for this. So yes, taking it to a more of an extreme, right? As a real like mutated zombie. Yeah. I think more in there. Yes. You know what? There'll be tweaks, right? There's always tweaks. There's always tweaks involved from what you've drawn. Like having that sensitivity of being able to recognize what makes that shape like that is part of it. What makes that shape, in his face here, where I'm looking like, oh, okay, that's that kind of line, right? So I have to kind of tighten that up, But yeah, he's more obviously mutated and stuff. Like, even, oh man, that's straight out of that's gotta be from some movie. I must be stealing that from some movie. And what is it? No, not Bad Taste. What am I what am I lifting that from? That sort of almost insect-like tubercle. Where did I see that before? Anyway, you pull from different parts of your mind, right? Stuff that you've seen. So or maybe you made it up. Who knows? Too, that it could go that way too, where it's like you created something from stuff you've seen and amalgamated it somehow. There's so many things. But then this is for sure. What I'm thinking here is this is for sure that kind of 80s, like over the top mutant, makeup. Like what they would do, oh, put more veins in there type of thing, Yeah. Like a real latex, practical effect, team. Yeah, prosthetics, man. Yeah. That's the kind of look. But yeah, there's tweaks. I can see, like, there's still stuff that needs to be sort of augmented and clarified. Yeah. So there's always, like, the more sensitive you are to the to the subject matter, the better, right? So, and that's what I love. I see a lot of student when I would go do student art evaluations or whatever it was called at the college. Like I would comment on the sensitivity of students drawing, like those really almost like you can't teach that. You have to observe it. You have to capture it, and it's that those little sensitive lines that describe a form. Anyway, there's just things, right? And I explained that, obviously, right? The sensitivity thing, where it's like that's kind of what that is, and it's wonderful when it happens, right? Like, just doing that little thing there with the bone, because you've eaten enough chicken wings, and you can go, oh yeah, I know the bone twists that way, the chicken bone, I know it twists that way, and then because you felt it in your hands, right? You felt it in your hands, so that like me drawing that bone right now, it's like spot on, governor, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, because I've seen it, man, or I felt it, So I definitely seen a lot of chicken wing bones. So in my time, but yeah, and you've seen even bones before, and it's great to touch stuff like that and experience stuff like that, and like I'm drawing these bullets. I think there's bullets in there. Yeah, there's bullet cartridges in there. So I'm like, okay, I've held those, felt them, touched them. So just feeling that surface helps you interpret it in a style, in your style, right? So yeah, getting lots of experiences is a good thing, having lots of experiences, like in nature and stuff like that, Because nature, it just teaches us so much, right? Like, it's so bountiful, so it's a great subject. It's a great subject to draw, to paint. It's very inspiring. And, being a part of it, going hiking and things like that, I think is really essential. Like, to understanding all the flora and fauna of the outdoors. But it's true. It's true. Yeah. It is. So there's going to be more contrast in here, I think, and of course I am going to, amplify the darkness here, and I think he's got, I think it's darker there. And you know what? Darker there. And he doesn't have that much of a protrusion there. Where's me eraser? There. Yeah, it's more like, it's softer. Boom. And yes. And yes. Okay, so then that goes there. And then it's there. If you guys are just tuning in, I'm Rob Succhetto, drawer of more zombies than anyone on Earth, inventor of the zombie portrait, writer and illustrator of the Zombie Handbook, and lover of all things pop culture. And you're in my studio, and we're drawing live with traditional means. Trad art. Trad art. There, that's with the times. Trad art, man. Yeah. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, and I'm drawing these zombie portraits of guests that will be at this year's Creature Con, sponsored by Sick, and that'll be in Sudbury at, I can't remember the exact date, but I'll get back to you on that. It's the end of September, I know that much. But yes, there will be, this is one of the guests, Michael Berryman, and so I'm doing a zombie portrait of him and others that will be available at that convention to be signed by the celebs that will be there. These very celebrities. So yes, that's what I'm doing. That little old thing. That old trope. Yeah, so I'm really excited. I'm really happy to be doing these. It's actually quite an honor to do them. And I was like, yes, I'm doing that for sure. Because they asked if I would do it, and I said, of course. Why wouldn't I? And I said, yes, and I will even, it's actually great because I haven't done that on the live stream yet. I haven't actually done zombie portraits on the live stream yet, so it would be great to do those. And man, I've been really hitting it hard, man. I'm drawing a lot even in the day now. That's really crazy. Yes, I'm doing a lot of stuff. So, yeah, it's nuts, but I love it. Some very cool things are happening right now, and when I have more solid, concrete information on that, I will let you know. I will blurt it out. I'll get it out there. Yeah. There's stuff coming up. Very exciting things, like crazy exciting things. Oh, Christine. How you doing? Good evening. Hey, glad you could make it. Nice to see you. Thanks for watching. Oh no, what have I done? What did I do? Okay, nothing. Good. I thought I hit something. I thought I hit a button that was catastrophic there, but no. And we're back. Okay. So yes, I'm doing Michael Berryman right now as a zombie for the Creature Con that's coming up. Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was getting coffee here. Oh, that's good. All right, so I think I've got enough information on Michael Berryman right now. And again, I was going with a very 80s, 90s prosthetic, practical effect vibe for Michael Berryman here. So that's what kind of this was inspired by. It was that kind of, those cool prosthetic makeup things they would do, those really great effects they would do in the 90s, 80s, and 90s. Like, who doesn't love that? Like, that stuff is it's just the best, man. Yeah. You can't replicate that. You can't. Like, there's something so, like, I don't know, it's because it's tangible, man. It's a real thing. It casts real shadows. Like, that's why that will always win over any, like, current, computer generated stuff. It really does, man. Like, it really does. I find, like, for special effects. Anyway, I gotta stop working on this. Off to the next one. So this is started. This is almost like fit. Like, this is in terms of the process. The next process is the wash. So I'm gonna get to the next drawing, and that is, oh yes, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. It's Doofy, man. Yeah, it's Doofy as a zombie. So he'll be there at CreatureCon as well. Yeah. So here we go. I'm fixing up Doofy here as a zombie. You know what? This was really, to me, inspired by not Slithers, but Slither. I think I think it's a James Gunn movie. It's this space sort of parasite, and that's what inspired me to do this one. But this is Doofy from I guess Scary Movie. The sort of what do you call it? Scream version of that sheriff guy. Yeah, that's who this guy is. But I think I saw some of it. It was really funny. Like, I remember seeing like the first couple of those movies. No, I actually own those. That's where yes, okay. So that's where I guess I saw him last, and I thought he was actually really funny. And I think he gets all sophisticated or something at the end, or maybe I'm remembering that wrong, but yeah, it's all an act or something, or no, maybe I'm thinking of something else. But yes, Doofy from Scary Movie or whatever. So yeah, man, like, of course the guy who plays him doesn't look anything like him, I saw pictures of it, and I'm like, wow, that totally doesn't look like, the character. So, I mean, he's great at playing the character, right? He's really good at playing the character because, he's almost invisible otherwise. You'd never know it's him. So yeah, I'm turning him into a zombie. Yeah, because he'll be at the CreatureCon this year. So I'm super looking forward to that too. And these are going to be special prints that you can actually get them to sign, I think, too. I think that's why they asked me to do these. And I was like, yeah, man, that'd be great. That'd be awesome. So of course I'm doing them. So I think they'd be a great little feature at the at the con. It's going to be a great con. Yeah, I'm looking super forward to that. Hope you guys can make it. If not, just check into Zombie Daily every day. It is on my It's on my Patreon page. Zombie Daily is on my Patreon page. The link is in the description below. Check that page out. All the art that I do, like all of this stuff, will be on that page, posted on that page eventually. That's where all my art goes, and I'm very proud of almost being at 4,000 posts. That is a lot of artwork over the years. So yeah, I'm really proud to be able to present that stuff to you. So I'd love you to check it out, and I think you'd have a great time. Pack a lunch. There's a lot of stuff, But yeah, that's in my, or rather below the video here, in the description. The link will be there, and you can go anytime and get your daily dose of the undead. Drawing Doofy. Michael Sheridan, is that his name? I think it is. I think I tried to remember, like I knew the other people, but this guy couldn't remember his real name. But I think it's Michael Sheridan. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna be at CreatureCon. Looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. Like really fun. Yeah. So I will be there, guys. If you want to come see me at CreatureCon this year, as you know, we're going to have Michael Berryman will be there, and Michael Sheridan. Am I getting that right? I hope I am. Yeah, I kind of spaced on his name. I think that's it. It might not be. Yeah, there we go. How about that? I think I've got to do his eyes better. Yeah, I need a stencil. I need a stencil. He's got a very weird, like, that glazed look, man. Yeah, it's crazy. But it's no, I can't say it. I was gonna say it reminds me of someone, but yeah, there. That's great. Yeah, that's good. I think that, and he's so animated too, right? He's so animated. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, okay. He's almost like pushing his cheeks out. Okay. Yeah, that's that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's the gimmick, man. Yeah, you know what? It's the careful observation that you're really trying to like find those facial muscles to show where it's coming from and all that. So you really want to, like, there's so many little subtle things, like like doing it from a photo like that. It's not clear. It's anything but clear. right? So yeah, man, you do your best. You do your best. You know. But yeah, again, there's always tweaks, man. There's always tweaks. There's always tweaks that you do. You know. And that might even sometimes come at the final bell, man. You know, I've done it in the inking phase where it's like, yeah, I've already colored the damn thing, but here I am still trying to fix things to make it look right. And you know, there's so much stuff that happens in translation, right? From pen to eye and paint after paint and stuff, and you know, things, right? So yeah, keeping that clarity is you know, sometimes difficult. Yeah. So but I think that looks pretty good, and there will be more tweaks. There will be more tweaks. Yeah. It's this too. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, that makes a huge difference, right? Like that highlight in his eye, and then this one is like this one is sort of inconclusive, but darker. You know, yeah. But he's obviously cross-eyed to a degree, or like cockeyed or something. Yeah, he's the cockeyed, deputy, cockeyed deputy. Yeah, taken way too far. But yeah, there'll be probably tweaks again, you know. But here, this is as far as I'll go to say, like, okay, well, you know, I could start doing the washes at any time, and then, you know, fill more in with ink at any time, because I already know where everything is going to kind of go now, you know. I know where that weird part is in his hair, so yeah. Yeah, but he's got brains there. Yeah. So there. Anyway, that's done. So, him, Doofy, and then, oh my goodness. Oh no, I forgot her name. Okay, I can't remember her name. But her, from Sleepaway Camp. Oh man, I just had it, and now I'm like, no, I can't remember her name now. That's awful. Anyway, I'll probably remember it. But yeah, she'll be there at CreatureCon as well. So I'm doing her famous expression from Sleepaway Camp, which I'm sure she's been asked to do a trillion times, you know. But yeah, I heard she was really, really nice too. So yeah, hopefully I meet all the guests that will be there. Oh, I feel bad. I can't remember her name right now. It's awful. Gonna go silent. that'll do it. Gonna just stop expressing. Yeah. But yeah, so she's gonna be there, and she's another guest that will that they're gonna do a print of. They're doing prints of this, of these rather, and having them sign them. You know. If they so choose, if you want to get it signed by them, you know, get a print to get it signed by them, because they'll be there. So, you know, it's a really cool thing. So they asked me to do these zombie portraits of the guests, and I have, of course, said yes. You know, so and it was great timing, because I could show you guys too that I'm doing zombie portraits. I do zombie portraits. They're very different from the other things I do. because I really take my time and take care and, try to do my best for them, for zombie portraits, because I think they're special. Somebody ordered it, right? So yeah, it means a lot to me, and hopefully to them, hopefully to them, of course. But I really want to get things right. I really want to get things right. And if I have to be very subtle, I will. Because yeah, again, as you can see, I'm working from this. Trying to turn that into line art is like, it's not an exact science, right? So that's what I have to go with, So I'm doing my best. I've already transferred it. I've already transferred it to the page, So now I have to make it look like the person it's supposed to look like. Yeah, and it's vague, it's a vague photo, But man, and you know what, guys, please don't, don't, do this as a gag, but I'm telling you, I've worked with the worst photos, man. People are like, would this work? And I'm like, are you kidding? It looks like that person looks like they're made of Lego. It's so like digital or soft or whatever. Like how on earth could I? And then tried to do it and did it and they're like, wow, you really did it. That looks exactly like it. I'm like, what? Going with that much to go on. It's a miracle I did anything. So, and I try to tell people like, no, I shouldn't be doing this, and they're like, no, go ahead, and it's all good, and so I do it, and then the results are shockingly good, So, but I'm not encouraging anyone to be sending me crap photos, man. That's for damn sure. That's not good, man. It's just not good. Like, the better the photo I'm working from, the better the portrait, right? So, yeah. Like, this is, I think like, she's got weird sort of, what are they, bangs, I guess? Or, I don't know, that weird Farrah Fawcett-y kind of flare-out hair or something. I don't know. Looks like she's got some, like, I kind of remember, Sleepaway Camp, obviously, right? But it's been a while, right? It's been a while since I've seen that. So I can't quite remember exactly what her hair looks like. I'm just kind of going with that and going like, okay, I'm what's the word? Extrapolating, Yeah. And this is just a plain and simple, like, The Scream, but with the zombie details or characteristics. So, yeah, straight up, like, the pieces and stuff flying off of her go with the intensity of the photo or acting. So yeah, you want to try to capture that with the same energy, right? That was hard to get through. But no, but it's true, right? It's true. Yeah, there's so many subtle things going on, you know, in the this, in the photo. You know, there's so much stuff going on there, but man, it's so subtle, you know. So it's so hard to like find that middle ground, you know, of gray. Because yeah, she's pretty much going to be, I think she's going to have the same pallor as this anyway. Like, it's an awful photo, right? So the zombie color is almost great for that, because it's definitely not, you know, a human color, man. Yeah, it's sort of a weird gray with, I don't know. To me anyway, I think. I'm colorblind, so. But I'm kind of doing a bit of a Sienkiewicz thing too, I think. With that really like scratchy, informative surface line. I don't know. Maybe Dennis Cowan. I'm thinking of people that I'm kind of using their ink style. You know what? Here's this. I just realized that that's not good. And that's the thing too, guys. You tweak things. You tweak things. Like, I'm like, yeah, I'm putting in too much stuff here. It's distracting from the strong, you know, this. So I should stick to that, you know. And I think this too is too strong. It needs to be lightened up a bit, I think. Yeah. Lighten up. Yeah, so, you know, part of the process, man. Part of the process. Yeah. And, you know, I might tweak it again. You know. But I think I'm getting closer. You know. Yeah. Anyway. Again, like, this, I wanted to show the intensity of the scream with this type of, you know, zombie effect, I guess, you know, where it's, you know, stretched and popping and things are flying and stuff like that, right? Because she's, you know, erupting with this scream, you know. See, that's what happens when I'm not concentrating as much. I could actually coherently say things, not like that other guy before, when he was concentrating on drawing. Yeah, I kind of lost it there. But, you know, that happens, right? Yeah. And, you know, yes, blood. Blood! Yeah. But I don't want to overdo it. I don't want to overdo it now. Yeah. So a lot of the power of this is the contrast. Right? So I'm going to keep the contrast because I think that's really important. So, oh, come on. Somebody help me out with their name. I can't. I blanked out on her name, and I thought, oh, I'll get it back, and I can't remember. Somebody help me out. Somebody in the chat. The chat. The Shah. The Shat. Shah. Oh, Philip Gandy. Hey, how's it going, man? How's it going? Wow, it's an all-star night. Christine and Philip. How you guys doing? Philip, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in and watching. We're of course doing zombie portraits tonight. So yeah, guys, for you to get a zombie portrait, go to zombieportraits.com and order one today. It's our 20th anniversary next year. Been doing this for 20 years. So be one of the 10,000 over 10,000 zombie portrait recipients on Earth. Order one for yourself today, and you're seeing how they're being done right now. And for our final guest, now I remember his name, thankfully. Bill Moseley is the next zombie portrait that I'm doing. Yes, how about that? How about that? So Bill Moseley, and Bill Moseley will be at CreatureCon this year, and so will I. I will be a guest there, guest vendor there, and yeah, Bill Moseley. All the people that have been drawing tonight will be guests at CreatureCon here in Sudbury at there's Place des Arts, the art gallery downtown, which is really cool. Oh man, it's so cool. It is cool. yeah, it's pretty awesome. So it's a state-of-the-art place, man, and it's real. I really love it. I really love their layout and everything. Just the way they're set up. So yeah, I'm doing Bill Moseley. He will be there at CreatureCon this year. At the end of September, you'll have to check that out. I'll get the info for you for that. I just can't remember the date right now, but yeah, it's coming at the end of September. And I'll also actually be there. I will also have some incredible news for you guys that is very hard to believe, but it is going to be true. So yes, stay tuned for that. That will be coming up in a live stream, I'm sure, very soon. So yeah, and I'm just very excited to hopefully be able to tell you the stuff that's happening. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'm doing zombie portraits for you guys. Haven't done these yet. Have done zombie art for Zombie Daily for y'all, and I think some customs and comics and cards and all sorts of stuff. But we haven't done zombie portraits yet. So that's what we're doing today. Yeah, we're doing zombie portraits for the guests that will be at CreatureCon this year in Sudbury. And Bill Moseley is one of those guests, and I'm doing him as a zombie. They're going to make prints of these, and the guests can sign them for recipients of the prints, whoever wants to purchase a print, and they can get it signed by the person, by the star, by the horror icon, Bill Moseley. Or, Bill Moseley? Oh man, I'm shorting out. Michael Sheridan and Michael Berryman. Is it Michael Sheridan? I think it is Michael Sheridan. Yeah. So, yes. So I'm doing him as a zombie, and it will be available as a print for folks, and they can get the person to sign it, and that will all be at CreatureCon this year. Looking super forward to that. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Is it Inmore? Is it? Yeah, I think it's Inmore. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm lost in concentration there for a moment, trying to figure out the nose. Yeah, like little details in the nose. Again, I want it to be sensitive to the subject matter. That means, getting it really right, like getting it really right. The texture of everything, and the values on everything, light values and stuff, all of that stuff. Establishing that. So I want to get this really close to a finished drawing as it can possibly be, as I do with all of them, and then start the wash, the different colored washes, and finally inking them. So yeah, it's a process. It's a process. So, but yeah. These are zombie portraits, and these are legit zombie portraits. Now, for this one, for the Bill Moseley one, I really went with the sort of like Southern Gothic zombie sort of appearance, because he has that kind of appearance, right? Like it almost looks cool that he's a zombie, because he looks cool in real life, right? So, but he's sinister, right, too. So, but yeah, trying to like fit the zombie type with the celebrity, with the horror icon, right? So, yeah. So you know why I can't remember her name? I have Linnea Quigley in my mind, and I just can't get it out. And I'm like, what's her name? Yeah, I'll think of it. I will. I just can't. I can't believe I had it and I just lost it, and I spaced out. I spaced right out. Yeah. So yes, we're drawing zombie portraits tonight in the studio live. Oh, that's good. Oh yes. So yeah, we're we're doing zombie portraits live in the studio. I am Rob Cicchetto, drawer of more zombies than anyone on planet Earth. Inventor of zombie portraits, which is what we're doing right now. Writer and illustrator of the Zombie Handbook. And you're in my studio right now watching me draw more zombies. If you go to my Patreon page, which is my also known as Zombie Daily, I post a new zombie drawing on there every single day, and I've been doing that since 2008. Yes, the madness. It's true. And I still do every single day. In fact, you will see these on there coming probably very soon, too. Yeah, I've got a number of series there that you would be interested in, I'm sure, in some way, shape, or form. Cartoons, everything from across pop culture, and beyond. So there's tons of stuff there for y'all to check out. Most of it is zombified. Most of it is zombie. Everything is zombie. Everything is zombie. So yes, you'll get to see all of your favorites as zombies. Check that out. So yes, we're doing Bill Moseley from the Rob Zombie films, most notably. Yes, he will be there at CreatureCon this year. That's coming up. Get your tickets. I should probably provide a link in the description below too for tickets. But failing that, it is CreatureCon sponsored by SICK, and that will be at Les Places des Arts at the end of September, I believe. That's the thing, I don't know the date. It is like, I think September 30th, but it's a few days, I think, too. So yes, details, man. Check it out online. The website is up. On Facebook as well. They've got a page, of course, with updates and some of my art and things too. I believe I witnessed last time, which was very cool. So yes, check those guys out for more details on CreatureCon, because man, I'm not always up on dates. Yeah. I'm awful. I'm awful. So yes, CreatureCon, man. Phil Mosley will be there, and I'm doing him as a zombie right now, as a print that will be available at CreatureCon. I know, right? Weird coincidence, but yes. So yeah, you could pick up a print and get the horror icon of your choice to sign the print. That would be very cool. Along with any movies, I'm sure you would be bringing. I hope they bring movies. I hope they bring movies. I don't know if they're doing that. But man, I'd buy movies. I buy movies, man. I couldn't believe this was at the Hawk Shop. The Substance. Like how on earth did that get past the screening process that I'm sure exists, you know? Yeah, and even the nice young man behind the counter was like, "Oh, I didn't know we had this," and I'm like, So yeah, I couldn't believe that. I'm like, wow, and I actually picked up a couple other movies too that I didn't have. But yeah, I'm one of those guys, right? I'm one of those guys. I buy dead media, you know. Yeah, I like the things. I like touching the things. You know, so that's where I'm at, man. You know, I just like that. I'm old school, man. Come on, as if you didn't know. So, yeah. So this is coming along quite nicely, quite rightly. And yeah. I'm liking how that looks. This is again a really hard. This is a very difficult. Like it's, you know, to do as line art. Plus, I'm taking the X out. Like to do as line art is very, like that's very difficult to do, right? So yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to properly express those grainy lit areas, you know, man, because yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. That's a lot of textured lines. That's where that is. Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, that's where that's supposed to be. Okay, good. I'm learning. I'm just, you know what, guys? I'm just like really thinking life through right now. No, I'm thinking things through right now. Thinking life through right now. And yeah, man, there's a lot of there's a lot of tough lines in there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I really gotta change that. Yeah, there's tweaks, man. There's tweaks to do. There's tweaks to do. You know. Um, let's see here. There. And you know what? There's nothing like. There's nothing wrong with that. Like tweaks are things that you have to kind of like. It's better that you take the time to really study the subject if you want to get the likeness down, right? I really find that like very important, you know. And I've messed up here. I was like, okay, you know what? I misinterpreted my own lines in there, so that looks awkward now. So I have to fix it, you know. So yeah, there's just things you do, and as you continue to observe, you'll be like, okay, well, I have to that part is not, the right shape or whatever, right? Or oh, that's really dark under his nose, and those things like contrast, excuse me, really make a difference. Like I was saying before, this is all contrast, you know. Felicia Rose. I'm all. Felicia Rose, damn it. Alright. Okay. I forgot her name. I was like, oh no. And you know what? I'll be honest. I think this is Michael Sheridan. The doofy character. Like, I think that's Michael. I think his name is Michael Sheridan. But anyway, there is him as a zombie. So yeah, we're almost ready. I'm almost ready to for the first. I'm almost ready for the first wash. So I'm really making Bill Moseley here like almost a cool kind of death character, you know, with the really pronounced oops. Sometimes I get so mad with the really pronounced cheekbones, Yeah. Who's that guy that does the Hulk? Or who's that guy who kind of does the Hulk every once in a while? Nick Klein or I can't remember his name, but he's great. I love him. He's like a total Bernie Wrightson sort of guy, like really heavy horror vibes, obviously, right? And yeah, that he does that with the Hulk right now. You know, whenever he does an issue, he does covers, but he used to do the interiors too. But now every once in a while he does, you know. But yeah, I love his work, and yeah, it's got that kind of almost heavy Dale Keown with Bernie Wrightson vibes in it, you know. Yeah, it's great. It's horror sort of orbiting that horror art kind of stuff, right? Really good stuff. Nice thick brush lines, man. Yeah. And I wonder if I am really thinking that he is a traditional artist. If not, then I'm really blown away at his whatever that computer inking or whatever is. If it's like computer generated or whatever, I really doubt it. I think it's traditional art. Yeah, because I don't know, like when I heard that Brian Bolland went digital, I was like shocked, right? So I guess you could maybe tell now, like his stuff is still pimp tight, like awesome work, but it has a bit of a like almost mechanical, almost too mechanical kind of vibe to it now. I still love it, I still love it, but yeah, I just find that it does have that kind of too mechanical for me, I think, Even if he does it by hand, I don't know what I don't know what to say. Like I find it a little too perfect, and like I love his I just love his style anyway. But yeah, if he's using computer generated sort of or digital, I just find his art looks a little stiffer, maybe, And maybe I haven't seen too much stuff recently. I think the one I'm kind of referring to is, was it a Wonder Woman cover that he did? Or, no, a Batman. It was Bane, I think, or something. And I thought, oh, gee, that looks rather stiff for Bolland. And then I remembered that he said he did digital, like he went to digital. So, yeah. I don't know if it's that, right? Like, I don't know. I don't know what creates, like, what kind of program he uses for that, but anywho. Yeah, man, like comic book artists are going to be the last kind of ones doing traditional art. Because there just isn't anything else out there, is there? Like, who needs an illustrator nowadays? Like, what do you need an illustrator for? Like, I don't know. Do you are illustrators still a thing even? Because I have no idea. Like, I have no idea where they would be used, and I'm saying more as a pity. But I'm also acknowledging the fact that I don't know if they're a thing anymore, So yeah, somebody tell me, somebody let me know, I'm not kidding. Yeah, that looks a lot more. I think it's the fact that the eye is so light. Where his eye is barely, you can barely see it. So yeah. But I think I'm going to make this eye like white. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, there it is, guys. Bill Moseley, and he will be at CreatureCon, sponsored by Sick, this September. Man, I got the dries for some reason. Yeah, along with other horror icons that I'm doing tonight as zombie portraits. So yes, I think I'm done. This in terms of indications of texture and detail. I'm ready to go to the next step. Yeah, he's got deeper, but again, man, I'll be tweaking stuff. Yeah, this ain't over. This ain't over. Be tweaking things. Wow, I'll give it such a tweaking. I'll give you such a tweaking. There. Alright. There we go. Bill Moseley, another guest of CreatureCon this year. Can't wait. I'll be there as well. I'll be there as well. And I hope you guys can make it. If you can't, well, I'll have some coverage. I'll have some coverage for you. Check out Zombie Daily, and I'll probably have some pics on there. Yeah, check out Zombie Daily, and if you can, please subscribe to the channel, guys. I'm so close to that getting a little push up into the more rarefied air where the algorithms favor you a little better, and I sure could use your help in doing that. I'd really like to get in front of more eyes across the globe, and hopefully help some people out. I'm a huge believer in art therapy, in just drawing, to help relax you and focus you and like recharge you for real, and just as a freedom, something you're free kind of to do, and that, keeping all those things in mind, you really become relaxed when you draw, and it could be anything, right? Or if you want to continue and make it more of a thing in your life, then you have that option too. But you don't have to do anything with it. It's just a way to express yourself and, like I said, recharge and focus and relax. I think that's the biggest thing. I think, to me, that's the biggest thing, is relaxing. Like getting into a groove, getting into a rhythm. So yeah, there we go. We've got Bill Moseley, Michael Sheridan, I hope. I hope that's his name. Felicia Rose finally comes to me. And Michael Berryman. Yes. And these are all the guests that will be at CreatureCon this coming September, and end of this September. Right here in Sudbury, Ontario, at Place des Arts. These prints will be available there, and you'll next see them on Zombie Daily. So check out Zombie Daily. The link is in the description below, and I'm zombifying the guests at Sick sponsored CreatureCon this year in Sudbury, Ontario. These will be the guests. And man, I can't wait for that. Whoo-wee. That's going to be such fun. It's going to be fun on a bun. And here we go with the next phase. We've got some, we're going to create a gray here. Create a nice, I think fairly neutral gray. And just give it a little bit to Berryman here with the gray wash. I want to go light with him because I think I'd like to go bright with the colors, like that desert, almost, almost rubber prosthetic, the facial mutant stuff. And that's why I kind of did the teeth like that too, because they don't kind of fit almost, they're just off a little bit because it's a prosthetic, and those teeth are in the plastic, So yeah, I wasn't kidding, man. Like that's like I wanted to mention that before, but I was like talking about how I wanted to do the Berryman one as more of a 80s or 90s, gore type thing with practical effects, and he's really mutated and all that stuff, right? So that's the kind of zombie I wanted him to kind of look like. That was the inspiration for this particular one, because people always ask me about art process and stuff like that, and and it's like, you know, I had to give him a reason to be a zombie, right? Or like a characteristic or something that made him special and things, right? Stand out, you know, unique. So it was the, you know, prosthetic effects, practical effects from that time, you know, doing that kind of art for him, you know, making him that kind of zombie that you'd see in a movie from that time, you know, or like a mutated zombie rather. So yeah, you get those, and I've seen so many of those too, of course, right? Like, so of course I'm going to kind of dip into the pool, and oh, that's smart. Woo. Okay. Sometimes there's so much stuff here, guys. Like it's crazy. All right. Yeah, there's so much stuff. I had a wee avalanche. Where is it? Okay, here he is. All right, so. Yeah, Berryman's a force of nature, man. Like, it's incredible that he's been in the business for so long, man. That is so awesome. Like, that's so awesome, man. That's peak. You know? Like, yeah, I remember him from like watching Motley Crue videos, and again, I don't know where I originally, maybe that was, no, I knew of him before then. Yeah, I knew of Berryman even before then. Probably because of Hills Have Eyes. Yeah, maybe I watched it way back too. But I love the Alexandre Aja version, man. Oh my goodness, that is awesome. Like, I love Piranha. Like his sort of rethinking of Piranha. Like, I love that movie, man. That's exactly the movie it had to be. You know? Oh, what at one point there, like it's like a zombie movie. It's grotesque because they're pulling bodies out of the water that have been severely like devoured by piranha, and they're still alive, and then they just like fall apart and die in the people's arms, and you're like, oh my goodness. And they like, there's so much attention to like death details, man. Like, that movie was amazing for that. So yeah, Alexandre Aja again. Like, I love his movies, man. I think his movies are awesome. You know, what's that one he did with Kiefer Sutherland? The Mirror one. Mirrors. Yeah, yeah, the Mirror one. Can I have another clue, please? Yeah, Mirrors, man. That was great too. I love that movie. You know, that's another fantastic one. Yeah. Okay, so next will be Felicia Rose. Felicia Rose. Yes. Where's the awesome photo I have to go on here? Oh yeah, here it is. Here's the awesome photo I've got. Yes. There's enough there. There is. It's awful though. But yeah, anyway. We do what we can. We do what we can. We have fun. We have fun. I hope you guys are having a great evening so far. What is today? Monday? Monday! Whoa! But this month is flying by though. Excuse me, I'm spinning! This month is flying by though. I can't believe how late it is in the month already. Like, man, the season changed like boom overnight. And not that I'm complaining, rather, I'm loving this climate. Like, I ain't sweating sitting here. You know, I ain't creating salt stains in my, you know, just put on shirt, you know. Yeah, it was awful here, man, awful, and we're just relentless, like every day. Like, you just get up in the morning and be like, there was absolutely no change in the temperature for the better. Like, it's exactly like yesterday, man. And you're like, you know. So yeah, it was awful. I'm sorry, guys. I'm a complaining, like, I'm Mr. Complainy there, but, you know, it's kind of funny. I just laugh at it, kind of thing too. The only thing that I hate about that is that I'm less productive, and that really bugs me, you know. So, like, even mentally, I'm not. It's like the barometric pressure, like, screws with my inner tinkerings, man. So yeah, it's that's what bugs me about that kind of heat, you know. Yeah, I'm all sluggish and crappy. It's like, because I have to do stuff, you know. It's because you have to do stuff, right? So, you know, if you didn't have to do stuff, you have to do stuff. If you didn't have to do stuff, then it wouldn't be as bad. No, actually, it would be. Sorry, you know what? Forget I said that. I tried to avoid doing stuff for a couple days, and I was absolutely miserable in the heat. Yeah. Yeah. Listen to me complain, eh? So I'm really trying to tread lightly on this, and you know, make it much more like the very vaguely photo, you know, that I've got. And I mean, you know, again, it's an iconic shot, it's an iconic, you know, pose and all that stuff, and it's easily recognizable because of that, you know, great contrast and all that stuff. But drawing it from especially a source like that is very difficult. You know, there's not much there. You know, there's broad strokes. And I mean, you know, if I were that kind of guy, I would do the broad strokes, but I'm not that kind of guy. No, you know what? I want to be that kind of guy. I want to learn how to be that kind of guy. It's true, though. I do. I want to be that guy. I want to be that guy. I want to paint more. I want to paint more is what I'm getting at, man. Before you all jump to conclusions. No, but it's true. I want to kind of paint. You know, want to really try my hand at acrylics and stuff like that. Because I often don't get to use that. Because it takes time. It takes time. It takes time to dry and all that stuff. So, you know, I go with the watercolor because it's so fast, right? It's so fast. And like I can have 20 you know, drawings on the go with the watercolor, you know. Because once one's, you know, dry, I can put the next wash on the next one, and next one, and next one, and next one, and next one. And just have almost a, what's the word, the conveyor belt, or what have you, you know, type of thing going, you know. And then you can do whatever part of each you feel like doing at any given time. So you're never, like, if you're not feeling especially creative, maybe do something like, I don't want to say menial like inking, but like depending on what you're inking, it can be more sort of not lackadaisical, but a little less demanding because you've already got your pencils there, is what I'm trying to say. Like, heaven forbid I say inking is easy, because it ain't. You have to be very conscious and present to do inking. But what I am saying is that it is a little more freeing to do, because the pencils are already there, so you can kind of just interpret the pencils. And if they're your pencils too, more is the better, for that, because then you already kind of know. You already kind of know where everything's going to go, But so this will need a bit of tweaking as well. Yeah, like there's some fine tuna in all of these to be done, man, for sure. But you know what? It's getting it done. It's getting it done in the process, right? Like I've got lots of time to do these kind of thing, figuratively, I guess. And so I'm gonna put. In fact, I'm actually going to be doing something else too. Another big project, and actually another big project. Those are coming up, but these I have a little bit of time to do. I think they don't have to literally be printed, theoretically before, the night before, the day before rather. But I will have them done far before that happens. Of course. Deadlines are super important, guys. That's I think that goes for kind of any profession, but especially art. If you can't hit a deadline for things, then you're no good. You're no good. You're not viable. You're not a viable artist. You have to be able to hit those deadlines, man. That's so important. For that illustration, comic book thing, whatever. Like, if you're working for a company that is depending on you to do art for them that they've most likely already paid for. I think a lot of companies I've worked for, I think paid me before I started working. Am I getting that right? I don't know. That's how I work. I can't remember now. Yeah, that's odd that I can't remember that. You know what? I think a lot of them were different. That's why. Now that I'm kind of thinking about it, that's why there is no easy answer for that. That's kind of like up to, because I remember Simon and Schuster did they? Oh, I can't remember. See? Getting old. Yes. You know what? That is actually coming pretty close to her. Again, there will be a lot of contrast involved in selling it more, of course, because of the hair mostly. But I am going to put a little bit of subtle hair lines in there, like descriptive lines. But it will be mostly black because you know what? In fact, I think, does she have a bit of brown in her hair, or is her hair actually brown? I think it is brown. Brown. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think her hair is brown. Felicia Rose in Sleepaway Camp. I want to see my chat. Oh, hey, Count Lazuli. I spent 5 hours today working on work for the client while listening to your past streams. Oh, feels like hanging out with a fellow artist while working. Oh, that's great, man. Also, hey, it's me, Carrie, just on my official art account. Yeah, so normally coming on as Count Lazuli, Carrie here is commenting from his Lazuli Gallery, which I suggest people go check out if you can leave a link. And if you could leave a link, actually, Carrie, if you could leave a link in a comment, a comment after the video's done, like whenever you have a chance, rather than the excuse me, rather in the actual chat, so that people see it, because I don't think they can access the chat after. So yeah, if you leave a link, leave it in the comments after the video's been taped or released. Okay, so yes. But anyway, hi. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for thanks so much for watching, man. Thanks so much for checking the show out once again. Carrie Lazuli, everybody. Shout out. Shout out. So yes, I'm doing zombie portraits of the client list, the guest list for CreatureCon this year, sponsored by Sick, and it will be at the Place des Arts. Oh, and the Ramada too. There's actually there's a sister show kind of thing, or like there's another venue. That's right, at the Ramada. So, man, you know what? This thing is huge, guys. If you're into horror, check it out. I sometimes forget the scope of these things, and this one is going to be huge. So check it out for sure. Yeah, I think it's going to be, again, and they're always great, but I think, again, this is going to be a massively great one. I don't know. I just, like, the guests themselves, like, man, they're people I really want to, see and stuff. And yeah, I can't wait to do it. I just can't wait to do it. I'll kind of be there front and center. I'll have prints there. I'll actually have T-shirts there for once in my miserable life. Yeah, I'm getting T-shirts, man. T-shirts will be there on sale with several different pieces of art from my vast collection. So check that out. Definitely. I can't wait. CreatureCon this year. It's going to be fantastic. Check it out. Do it. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. You should too. There we go. I think that's good. I think that's good for now. And I will go on to the next. Oh, the doofy one. Yes. I find this guy he is funny, of course. Of course he is. He just looks funny. Is it Dave Sheridan? Maybe it's Dave Sheridan. Ah, man, I suck at this. But yes, Michael Berryman, Dave Sheridan, maybe, Felicia Rose, and Bill Moseley. Yeah. So those are the guests. Those are the guests, and those are the zombie portraits I'm doing right now. They will be available as prints at the show at CreatureCon. And I think this is the fourth year. This is the fourth CreatureCon. So again, every year it gets better, bigger and better. And I know that sounds like totally cheesy, but man, I'm telling you guys, like, it really has. Like, it really has. Because I remember going to the first one and it was very minor, and man, it really blew up in terms of size and like just, everything. Pedigree, prestige, like the fact that the guest lists, again, always evolving, always like great, and people you really want to see, from like great movies, and then there's great movies too. Amazing vendors too, man. Man, it's like there's so much stuff. There's so much stuff going on, like horror stuff going on, man. Like it's awesome. It's you know what, that stuff sells itself, man. I don't need to sell it. Like if you're into horror or anything cool and just like a cool festival type thing to go to, boom, like that's CreatureCon's awesome for that. And yes, these will be some of the guests there that you may have for sure recognized. Especially if you're a horror fan. Especially if you're a horror fan. Yeah. Yeah. So there is the first wash. Now, I think his shirt or whatever police uniform. You know what? I think it's like a light brown gray. Am I getting that right? I think it is. If not, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I think it's like a soft brown gray. You know what? I can actually do everything that, because except for the star, because that strap is black, so I can go right over that. And then I know that inside is red. And same with, okay, I gotta make sure his name tag is not that color. Yeah, this is just, you know what, while that gray wash is sort of on there, I'm actually adding the light brown gray, very light brown gray of his like shirt, uniform, whatever. Yeah, whatever it is. It's a uniform, but it's just a shirt, I guess. It's not wearing like a jacket or anything. Then he's got an undershirt under there, though. He's got like a white undershirt. Yeah, those things too, man. Like those things, if you don't put them in, you'll almost go like, oh, something's not right. And it'll be that little square white patch under his chin that throws it off, man, from the original. So yeah, keen observation is often necessary in the art, in doing this kind of art. And when I talk about deadlines and things like that, guys, I'm talking about like this particular kind of art. If you're doing, if you're working for a company that you're an artist, whether it's a film company or t-shirt company or whatever it is, as an artist, you need to really respect your deadlines and hit them. Otherwise, like, you're very hard to employ. So don't blow that stuff. Like, that's really important. And you know what? Sure, man. Even if you're a gallery sort of artist, you have an expected amount of art to show at a show, perhaps dedicated to you or a group of like-minded artists or whatever from the same region or whatever it is, and you have expectations of how much you're going to bring, and if you tell somebody, curator or whatever, that you have to deliver that, man, too. So deadlines are very important. Like, just doing things on time in general, never mind the most important aspect of your job, but seriously, like everything, punctuality and all that crazy stuff, man, doing things when they need to be done is a really good thing to do just in real life, right? So that needs no convincing. That's just common sense. So yes, deadlines are very important. So stick to those. Adding yellow to the teeth, because zombie rot, and I think that looks good. I think that's fine. I'm not gonna do the star in yellow right now because there's too much wet gray around it. So I'm gonna leave that for now. off to the next thing. Oh, Bill Moseley. Okay, well, let's see here. Back to gray. Back to gray here. Let's see what I can do. Where is his original photo? Okay, here it is. All right. So, what am I doing here? Okay, I'm just gonna map it out. And yeah, there's a lot of light exchanges in here that describe the figure, and they're all super vague, you know. So I really have to watch what I'm doing here, because I almost want and I never do this, but I think I really need to do this with this. Using watercolor in the traditional way for that hair, like that bright. Because you know what, if I do anything else, it's gonna throw everything off. It was like I said earlier, where it's like, oh, one little thing, like can actually throw a whole thing off, right? So I have to be careful of that, and watch for it, and do something I don't normally do, which is using watercolor like it should be used. That's not my style. It isn't. It isn't. But I have to leave that white, I think, where it is. Because otherwise I'm gonna do something probably that I'm gonna regret artistically, right? I'll put too much detail in there and I'll be like, why did I do that? That should be white, and putting too much detail in there would ruin it, right? Because it's Now the eye's drawn up there. What are you going to do now, smart guy? And then so you have to white it all out, and you've just wasted all that work. So I'm going to leave it white. These are things I think about when I do this kind of stuff, right? And I really want this to sell. Like, I really want him to sell, I want it to look like, Bill Moseley, So that's really important to me, and this photo is really like, it's great, but it's also vague too, because of that super hot spot up there. He looks like Gandalf, and it's just all light. So how do you interpret that with line? Well, I'm going to try to not only use watercolor, like watercolor should, which I don't do, but I'm gonna actually have to leave, that part, I guess, the way it is, because, yeah. If I do anything else, it's gonna knock this off its axis. Yeah, for sure. That's why I'm even going darker on this side too, And I think it'll look really cool having those really deep, cheekbones in there, because he probably does have really deep, cheek bones, in real life, right? So, yeah, I want to get all that in there, and it looks cool. Like, it looks super cool when it's that kind of sunken in, sunken in. And he looks almost like a Western villain or something, And I know, obviously he's from this. This is from the one of the Rob Zombie movies with those guys. With those guys, I don't know which movie that was taken from. Not Devil's Rejects, but the third one maybe, whatever that third one was. I don't think I saw it. Or no, I did see it. I did see it. Yes, I did. That I think. Who is the bad guy or good guy or whatever at the end? From the Mexican gang. I thought he was like a wrestler or something, or maybe I'm wrong about that. I know they wore lucha. They wore lucha stuff, masks rather. But I thought that one of the villains was like someone from maybe wrestling. I don't know. Thinking out loud. But yeah, I think I love this. You know what I think I really love? I think I love, again, where the cheekbone is there. It actually coincides a lot with this line, you know. So yes, I it's in a different spot because it's the cheekbone, but it's not that far off, and it coincides. It has the same latitude of it. It has the same curve, curvature, So, that kind of like adds to the because it's taken out. It's he's a zombie, but I want to keep that sort of still shapes and the directions of the gore and stuff. Coinciding with the original, because why not? Those parts are gone, but you can still use them as compositional tools. in the underneath parts. So yeah. But I like this Bill Moseley one so far. I think it's pretty good. It's going to be darker under, like, where his shirt is here. But, and the beard, I think, too. But, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty accurate, I think. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I like it. There. A little more. A little more there. Yeah, little tweaks here and there, and it is for the better, man. But just be sensitive. Like, look at your subject matter and get the impression. Sometimes I'm almost at that point with this. It's the impression, right? Because it's vague. Like, there's a lot of like soft images in there, like. In here and like all that stuff's very soft, very nice, but extremely soft. So turning that into line art and whatever is a challenge, right? So, but yes, I think that's pretty good for the first, I guess wash. I'll probably do maybe another quick one. I don't know. Yeah, probably. I probably will. Yeah, I will. I'll do another wash. I'm going to do another wash, like another gray wash on this probably. But yeah. So, but this is wet now, so I got to we'll see what else I've got to work with. Oh, you know what? I think I can actually add to the Michael Berryman one. Yeah. Oh, I love that one. I love it. So I'm going to add the next color, which I think, yeah, it's still a little damp, but so I flattened it out a little bit by curling it on the edge of the desk. You know what? I think I'm going to go with a sort of a light yellowish green for him. And I might get cocky and add some some other things in there. I don't know. We'll see. So maybe flourishes of I don't know, blue we'll see. Maybe I'll put that in right now to make that green. Yeah, I want to make I want to make a more unique green. So I want it to be green, but I want it to be sort of yellow, pukey, a pukey green, pale almost. Yeah, so you know what I love, that's what I love too. I love making up colors, you know, and applying them. but I am colorblind though, like in some degree, right? Not entirely, or what, I don't even think that's a thing. But like, there's different degrees or different types of colorblindness, and I belong to a unique band of colorblind. No, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's like I think it's a gray blue spectrum thing or whatever. I don't know how they categorize that stuff exactly, but yeah. I've got a type. I'm a type. So sometimes, yes, it's hard. Sometimes it's a bit hard. I don't know if it's hard. It's comical. I'll give it that. Sometimes it is surprising. Little surprises here and there. Yeah. Sometimes it's frustrating. Yeah. But you know what? On the bright side, like, honestly, and especially because, like, I do those Pokemon zombies, right? Excuse me. Like, I have to look for the colors for the Pokemon zombies because I can't really tell sometimes. Where is the... I can't really tell sometimes. So I have to go to their wiki page, or Bulbapedia, or whatever it's called. But I go to their page and I find out what color they are, you know, so I can color them, because I want to stay true to the, you know, I want to stay true to the color to a degree, right? It'll always be different, but I want to get the initial color right. So anyway, when I go there, I sort of find out a little bit more about the Pokemon, and I like that stuff. I think it's kind of fun, you know. I just find out a little bit more information about them, like some of the lore, or like, you know, their abilities or whatever, you know. And it's kind of amusing. So like, having to go there to find the color, I also, you know, enjoy the brief read of their little powers or whatever, their abilities and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of fun, you know. So trying to turn a negative into a positive, right? You know, you always try to do that. You know, you should always try to do that. You should always try to do that. I'm going to suggest, I'm not going to say should. I'm going to say, you know, it's better if you do. It's better if you do. Just forget stuff. Come on. Nothing's worth remembering and having it, like, affect your life adversely. Like, really. And then you can just draw away your troubles, man. Just like I did. And I'm okay. So yes, I just suggest stuff, you know, and I just go, oh, you know, it worked for me and helps me or whatever. Try it. It might help you, you know. Might help, yeah. So there's a nice green, mutant green for Berryman, and the yellow. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. And I think I'm going to use, like, I'm going to kind of use some earthy tone browns in for his cloak. Obviously, there's leather in there, and there's, like, I don't know, kinds of burlap or something, or I don't know, maybe not burlap, but felt. But yeah, anywho, there is Berryman. You know what? I'm gonna actually use his legit pick because I want to get the ridge of his eyes right. Oh, I think it's up here. Yeah, the ridge of his eyes need to be right. So that'll in turn, but it's going to be darker, of course. So yeah, but that has to be correct for it to sell. Otherwise it's not him. Right? And you want it to be him. So you got to make it him. Be very observant of the details and like just the contrasts in areas, right? So, yeah. And again, these are just suggestions when you draw, from life, and if you're trying to get the likeness right and stuff like that. Just to really observe, take your time, and don't be afraid to tweak, things to get them right. I'm still doing that even at this stage. Like that eye there, I'm like, wow, his eye's way, way more apart than like from his nose. And I just fixed that with the color to indicate when I start inking that yes, his eye is very far from his nose in that angle. So anyway, yeah, man, you just do you tweak things until you get it right. At least that's what I do. I'm sure a cat like Alex Ross or something is like, does this in his sleep, right? And like 1,000 times more realistic and whatever. But yeah, like what, I have my style that I love, and I kind of stick with that, and I do evolve within my style and all that stuff. But yeah, like I don't want to be someone else. Like I want to be me. So yeah, like that kind of stuff's important to me too, keeping my identity and stuff. Because yeah, you know what? I tried to do other artists' style to sort of, I guess, because I really liked their work. So I tried, doing their style and and I was always disappointed, and I was always like, yeah, no, I can't. I don't feel this is right to like, even make their art look like I aped it or whatever. So yeah, because I was a huge Bisley guy. I was a huge Bisley fan, even though, I already knew Frazetta. It's probably because I knew Frazetta that I was a Bisley guy, and then I was a huge Mignola guy. So Mike Mignola guy, and I tried to draw kind of like them, and you know what? I did the same thing with John Byrne too. I mimicked his style, and it was awful. It wasn't me. It was forced, right? You know that. Maybe you don't know it at the time, but man, after you look at it, it's like, holy crap, I did that. Like that's, Sometimes it's like, good in the sense that, oh, you did a good job of his style. But it's still not you, So, yeah. Anyway. You'll develop your style. Absolutely, I would say go ahead and use other artists' like style or not style, but like, methods and things like that, observations and things of that nature. But, kind of like what I'm doing. If you were like, oh, you know what, I like the fact that, he pencils, does the wash, and inks. Like, that's a great process, And if you like that process, go ahead and use it, man. If it helps, that's awesome, I just find it very quick, and it's something I invented for myself. I'm sure it's probably done by other people, but I invented it for myself, you know, as a style that I like to use. So yeah, if you like it, cool, use it. But yeah, there we go. There's Felicia Rose in her famous pose from Sleepaway Camp. And she will be a guest at CreatureCon this year, right here in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada. Man, I can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. That's going to be so awesome. I'm going to be there. All these people that I'm drawing are going to be there. So yeah, it is going to be an amazing time. Get your tickets. That's CreatureCon, sponsored by SICK. And that is this year at the end of September. I think September 30th. Is there a 31st? I don't know. See, that's the thing. Go check out the website. Get tickets. And yes, man, that's gonna be a lot of fun. That's gonna be a lot of fun. That's CreatureCon. Yeah. So again, with this Doofy one, it looks like I'm channeling. What's his name? Kevin Maguire did Justice League for DC. Famously, he's done so many other things, but this reminds me of Kevin Maguire, I think, a lot. This drawing. And you know what? It's basically what I had in mind for this was Slither. You know, that's the kind of zombie this Doofy character is, except he's dead. You know, so yeah, that was my inspiration for this. And again, this I think it's Dave Sheridan. I hope it's Dave Sheridan. Dave Sheridan will be at CreatureCon this year. That's why I'm doing him as a zombie. The celebrities that I'm doing right now as zombie portraits will be created as prints that you can obtain at CreatureCon and get them signed by the celebrities that are there, like these guys. Yeah. Where's the photo of him? No, where is it? Oh, there it is. What? Oh, okay. So that's dark in there. All right. So it's a little darker. In there. Oh, maybe I should leave it. Oh, no. I'll do it, and then it'll be dry faster. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just using watercolor pigment and on watercolor paper and pen and ink, and that's about it. Really. A little bit of marker, maybe some whiteout pen, but mostly dry medium after the watercolor goes on. You know, as you're watching me do this live. And guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you could hit the subscribe button, man, that would mean the world to me, guys. One more subscription and I'm at 400, you know, and I know that's like peanuts, but I'm still proud of that. Like, I really hope that more people subscribe, and so I get into that rarefied air where the algorithms favor you more. You know, that'd be really great if I could get up there, and if I could get up there with your help, guys, that would be awesome. So please hit the subscribe button. Please like the video. Reach out to me if you'd like a zombie portrait. Go to zombieportraits.com for that. I will take care of you personally. And you'll get your own zombie portrait in the mail. An original drawing done by the artist. And yeah, it's true. It's damn true. Yeah. So grab a zombie portrait. I have been doing them for almost 20 years. Next year is our 20th anniversary of zombie portraits. Started in 2006. I've done so many zombie portraits over the years. I'd like to do yours next. So check out Zombie Portraits and order yourself a zombie portrait. Don't make me say zombie portrait again. Zombie portrait. You don't know zombie portraits. If you knew zombie portraits, then you'd know zombie portraits. So there, we're putting another wash on Doofy here, who will also be at the CreatureCon coming up. Oh, geez, that's still wet. Okay. How's Berryman doing? You know what? I think I can actually add the brown or what do you call it? Earthy tones into Berryman's gimmick that he's wearing here as a zombie mutant. That's what I'm drawing him as. He will be at CreatureCon as well. So guys, check that out for sure. Check out the website. They're on Facebook as well. I will be there. I cannot wait. That is going to be such a fun time. Fun and awesome time. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I'd like to see you guys there too if you want to come visit. If you want to come visit Rob, I will be at CreatureCon as well, front and center. So I'd like to see you guys there too. If you'd like to see me in action drawing, I'll be drawing at my table. And you can watch me draw live there too. If you dig the whole live drawing experience, like you are watching now, man, continue that by checking me out at CreatureCon. For sure. Yeah, and we're doing zombie portraits today, which I've never done on the live stream before. Oops. I've never done on the live stream before. So you're seeing me do zombie portraits on the live stream for the first time. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm even surprised to be doing them myself, because usually zombie portraits I kind of just, do not on the side, but like less visibly, I guess. I mostly do the zombie daily stuff in the live streams, but this is a little different again too, because these are celebrities that will be at CreatureCon. So I thought, hey, you know what? I might as well tell folks about CreatureCon too, because that's really awesome. Like, that's going to be an awesome time, and if you're a horror fan and you dig you dig these awesome horror icon luminaries, like I'm saying especially Michael Berryman, but man, like all of the guests that were going to be there, rather, are great, So yeah, check it out, guys. Check it out, and I'm so honored to be, doing them as zombie portraits for prints. Man, it's a huge honor. I'm very, very thankful for that. So yeah, that's a fun thing too. And you know what? The timing was awesome, because I thought, oh, you know what? I could do these for you guys, because I haven't done them on the live stream yet. So there we go. We're getting more done. You know what? I'm going to give Felicia. Sorry, Felicia, but I'm going to give you some yellow teeth there, honey. 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 It's all said with anger. Honey. I love honey, though. I do. That sounds weird, but like, yes, it's true. I love honey. I love honey. That's my big sweetener. That's my sweetener, honey. Yeah. Well, I have a little bit of sugar sometimes. I have a little bit of sugar sometimes in my coffee. But honey, man, that's where it's at. And it's good for you too, man. It's natural, right? So honey me up. So I'm putting a bit of color in her cheeks. Also, most of this is going to be covered with a lot of red because blood, because zombie. But I'm putting in some nice sort of browns. I'm putting in some browns. So those could go in there. I'm going to see my... Check out the chat. Oh. Sounds good. I only have 2 videos up so far, but I'm working on it. Trying to get into the habit of recording my work. Has it finally cooled down? Yes. Yes, man. It has finally cooled down. Speaking of deadlines, I have to sleep so I can get up early and finish a commission. Happy drawing. All right. Thank you. I'm just going to say Count Lazuli. I think that's kind of how I knew you first here. We'll say that. That was your handle here first. So yeah, we'll just we'll do that. Count Lazuli. Thanks for checking it. Thanks for checking out the channel again. Speaking of commissions, man. As well as doing all of these today, I had a commission to finish too, a color comic book page. So yes, I've been drawing like mad lately. It's been crazy. So yeah, but you know what? Thank goodness it cooled down. Thank goodness it cooled down. Like, man, it was just unbearably hot here and just gross. So, yeah, not fun. Not even fun to draw. Like, it's awful, So yeah, I did not enjoy that, but thankfully it's cooled down now and it's way more comfortable, and I'm really, really happy about that. I feel way more energetic. Like, man, as soon as I feel that cool, dry breeze within the atmosphere, I'm like rejuvenated, man. It's honestly, yeah, it works. It works for me, man. I really feel it. I really feel it. It energizes me a lot. Yeah. So the last couple of days, I've been really hitting it hard, man. Hitting it hard with the drawings, man. So yes, for this one, of course, the focus is going to be more on the blood because it's very, differently colored from the other stuff, which is relatively, cool. So it, naturally recedes, but I think I'm going to counteract that kind of with line. And I'll show you what I mean later on with that. But yeah, like right now, your focus is pulled to this, to the bloody part, right? Because of course, it's brightly colored, so naturally your eye's gonna go there. So, but shame on you. But yeah, I'm gonna pull focus back. I'll pull focus back, and I'll show you how we do that later on. Because yes, a lot of this photo or image rather relies on the contrast to sell, to work. So yeah, we'll be putting that back because I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that with this, by having too much red in there, pulling the focus away and ruining the contrast. I want to keep that. I want to retain that. So, yeah. Be fixing that up. But first, we got to let everything dry. And I love watercolor because it dries pretty fast. I mean, pretty darn fast, for real. It can dry in the tube. It can dry in the little palette thing. And man, a little bit of water rejuvenates it right up, man. Your brushes get clean, whatever. Like, that's what I like about it. It's very fast and it's very, like, functional. So, and that's why I steer clear of acrylics, because it takes longer and then you have to wash your brushes. It's like everything. And I'm not lazy. It's just that I want to do the most stuff I can with the least amount of time, And I'm not like trying to like cop out on anything or scrimp on anything, but time is really important. Like, time is really important to me. So, yeah, I'm going to try to use the fastest medium I can, and use it in a way that I would really like the art to look, rather than maybe its actual, use or method of use. Like, I don't use watercolor the way it's supposed to be used. But anyway, again, that's I think what makes my art kind of unique too. Because a lot of people ask, and someone actually 2 people asked me last weekend about how I did my art. And so they were kind of surprised when I said, like, this is kind of what I use. These are the materials I use. So, yeah. Oh, boy, I'm out of coffee. Oh. No. 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 Okay, I'm going to have to do something. I need to drink something. Okay, listen, I'll be 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab something out of the fridge. Okay? I'll be right back. I have to drink something. All right. I'll be right back. All right, coming. I'm on my way. I'm here. He's here. Oh yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. This chair is untoward. It is not toward. There. Yeah, I think I need to buy a new chair after 40 years. Yeah. Okay, so Felicia Rose is becoming a Zambi. She's becoming a zombie. Ooh, what? Where did this come from? How did that escape my... Okay. I don't know why it was so dry. I thought I just used that... Oh, no, I used this one. Oh, okay. I thought I used this brush. I thought I just used this brush, but it was like super dry and hard. Okay, there we go. And you know what? I'll just put a bit more, because what's the difference? If it's too much, I'm just gonna cover it up with the blackness of her hair, because it's super contrasty. Okay, so there. Then who? Is Mosley ready yet? I think I could. Yes. But do I want to use red for him, though? Man, I almost feel like making him monochromatic. Like, kind of just gray washes. I hate to use red. Like, I hate to use red on him. See, this is the thing. You know what, guys? Here we go. I'm honestly really doing the process stuff. and no fooling. Like, I'm making these decisions kind of as we go, and sometimes you save yourself, and sometimes it's like disaster, or sometimes you save yourself from disaster. So I'm going to look at this again, and I'm like pretty sure I don't want to use too much color in there. I want to use. There's like subtle blue hues in there, and very faint sort of yellow, pale yellow in there. There's even some blue in his beard. Yeah, and white and highlights. So I think I'm gonna do him in a monochromatic way. I think that would work best. Yeah. No one will know. No one will know. But I'm going to retain again the contrast. Especially in the nose here, especially in the nose. Under the nose, it's going to be very dark because his nose has that sort of pointiness to it. So I want to really. And then again, like as it goes around, and I'm using this brush. Okay, this brush is not for this, but I'm kind of doing it anyway. But this is like a dry brush, almost brush, to get really scratchy lines, as you can maybe see. It's like almost right down to the metal there. But you get some nice scratchy lines, and his beard. It's perfect for his beard. His beard's perfect, for this, and especially that blue part, which I'm gonna put in, But he's got some really cool, beard parts that work perfectly with this type of pen, beard parts, and we're gonna try to retain again the same. Feeling. We're going to retain the same feeling, at least, of the original, I'm going to probably augment that a little bit later. But, I'm just getting some of that hair in there. And then, you know what? His shirt is another point of contrast, too. Which I think is very important because it works off of his beard, and it brightens his face. Brightens his face. Brightens the highlights of his face, having this almost black or very dark shirt there. So again, like all of those little things add up, and they like if you're off, whoops. And if you're off, then it really throws the thing off. It can really throw the whole thing off. So careful observation always helps. And I am by no means perfect at all. This is the one thing I get the most from people. I get, and I've heard this a trillion times. I'm a perfectionist. When people talk about themselves, I'm a perfectionist. And I'm like, I don't think you are. I'm not a perfectionist. I am far from a perfectionist. I think that I think people sometimes need to reflect again on what perfection means. I always get that. And I'm like, I don't think you know what that entirely means. And I hate to sound like a jerk when I say that, but it's true. I think perfection is first of all unattainable, and secondly unnecessary for most things. So I don't know what people mean when they say, "Oh, I'm a perfectionist." Like, Why aren't you still? Why are you talking to me right now? Not doing that thing that you're a perfectionist at? You know, whatever that is. If it's everything, then it's just a broad statement. It always gives me trouble. It always gives me trouble thinking about it. But yes, here we go. This is coming along, I think. Got that going, right? Yeah, and that eye inside there is like dark as dark. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it dark because, man, like that's the one thing that's incredibly that makes him is that those super dark, deep eyes, man. So I have to really darken that up. Almost to the point where I'm gonna add white to it because it's all gonna be dark. It's all gonna be dark. So yeah. And he's got some pretty like interesting features, man. That's why he's in movies. That's why he's doing movies. Hey, that guy's doing movies. Get him. Hey, that guy's doing movies. Get him. So, yes, Bill Moseley here doing Rob Sachetto. Rob Sachetto here doing Big Bill Moseley as a zombie portrait for the upcoming CreatureCon that is going to be held here in Sudbury, Ontario, Canada, end of September. So check that out. Bill Moseley will be there among other celebrity horror luminaries like the ones I'm doing tonight. In fact, I'm doing all of them tonight for y'all to see because I've never done zombie portraits on the live stream before for you. So I'm doing. I'm not exclusively doing these for anyone else. I'm doing them for you guys, and it's true. So I hope you guys dig hope you guys been digging the live streams. If you've been checking the live streams out, I hope you've been enjoying them. I've really had a great time bringing them to you, and if you feel that I finally have earned your subscription, please subscribe to the channel. Man, I'm like one person away from like 400. I know that sounds so cheesy, but I know it's a long road. So if you guys dig the content, subscribe to the channel, please, guys. It would be awesome. It would help me get to the little higher echelon of where the algorithms God favor you a little more, and perhaps put you in front of more eyes. I'd like to get some more eyes on my work, guys, and if you could be so kind, that'd be awesome. I'd really like to help people out with encouraging people to do art and achieve more clarity and peace and happiness through art, more freedom, things of that nature. Really like to help with, because I know it really does help me to be more focused and calm and all those great things. It really does. It's a great art therapy is a wonderful thing. It really is. So I'd like to be able to more impart that type of stuff on more folks and hopefully help them out in their daily lives. As I hope you as well. If you can benefit from doing art too, and it's so affordable, and that's a huge thing too. And I really I really respect the fact that people can't afford things. Like, I don't know where, like everywhere you go, it's always like, oh, oh yeah, just buy one of those. And it's like, oh yeah, okay. So I understand that you can't just go out and buy stuff, and money means a lot, and things of that nature. So like if I'm suggesting you do art to help calm you and relax you and things like that, I'm also adding in the fact that it's very inexpensive to do. It's very inexpensive to do. Go to the dollar store, pick up a pad, a little sketchbook, and a pencil. That's it. That's all you need. Maybe a pen, maybe a Sharpie. That's all you need. That's all. That's all you need. You can be drawing in no time, and kind of enjoying the benefits. And that's the thing. Like I'm certainly not selling anything. I'm just saying I think it's a very great resource to A, express yourself, B, I think A, relax, B, express yourself. You don't even have to show the art to anyone. Like that's a total personal thing. You don't have to try to get good, or you don't have to like be good. Just draw. Just draw. And if you feel like maybe you can communicate with others through your art, then absolutely pursue it. Absolutely. If you love it that much, absolutely pursue it. Or if you just love it so much that it's fun, do that too, and try getting better and things. So yeah, you don't know where that will end up. You don't know where you'll end up, man. You might be a prodigy, man. Who knows? So yeah. What do you have to lose? Like $4, man. I'm sure you can get like I'm sure you can get a sketchbook for like $2, and get a pen and a pencil and a Sharpie. Boom. There's your entire art expense right there. Supplies. So yeah, man, it's very affordable, and again, I think the benefits speak for themselves, man. Do I look angry to you? Yeah, I'm a pretty calm cat, man. I'm a pretty calm cat. So. I hope you guys are having a great evening. I'm Rob Sachetto. If you're just joining me rather, who am I talking to? There's no one else here. If you're just joining me, I'm in my studio, as I often am, and I'm drawing more zombies. This time I'm drawing some of the celebrity horror icons that will be at CreatureCon this year. And I am in charge of doing the prints of them as zombies in a zombie portrait form for prints for that con. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And and by the way, I invented zombie portraits way back in 2006. If you can believe it. So a long time ago. Earth was a different place then. It certainly was. But yes, I created zombie portraits. No one else was doing them anywhere in the world. We did the research, and so took the name Zombie Portraits, of course, and been doing it ever since. Man, just been doing everything, everywhere, all the time. Like it's really nuts. The exposure Zombie Portraits has gotten over the years, just incredible. Remember doing an interview in Australia live on Australian radio one day out of the blue. Like just so many events. Like worked for the Walking Dead show. Was asked to do by Bicycle Cards my own deck of cards, zombie cards, with my name on them and everything. I designed the pack and all that stuff. And Bicycle put them out, and they were a huge hit, massive hit. Man, I wish I could get more of those. I think we're in the process right now of trying to find out how to do that again, because those cards are literally sought after by so many people. It's nuts, and I love them. So anyway, trying to do that again. Yeah, man, I've been a busy guy. I've been a pretty busy guy, and I'm very thankful to be. I'm very thankful for all the things that I've been involved in, and I'm very happy to have been. So yeah, you guys are in my studio right now, and I'm doing more new zombie art. All of this art will end up on Zombie Daily, so check out that page. The link is in the description below this video. Please subscribe to this channel, guys. That would be so awesome. But yeah, check out Zombie Daily for sure. That is where all the zombie art goes. There are almost 4,000 posts on there, right now, and that's all like zombie art, and everything else I do too is on there. If you go to the search bar and type in bonus, you'll see all of the other art that I do. So yeah, celebrities, nature drawings, everything, all kinds of crazy stuff. I think comics too, like tons of stuff. So you can check that out, because that's also interesting. If you know me from just the zombie art, then checking that out is very interesting. Seeing the other stuff that I do. Yeah. Just join the stream. This is awesome. Looks amazing. Isaac Lee Guyan. I hope. I hope I got that right. Great. Thank you. Thank you, man. That's awesome. Nice to have you. Thanks for stopping in, for sure. Yes. Isaac Leo Guyan, I believe. Yes. I hope I got that right. There. Okay. Yeah, more people joining the stream. That's awesome. Thanks for doing that. Welcome aboard. I really appreciate the views, of course, and yeah, like that you like the work. I love that you love the work. That's awesome. Oh, and we continue. And you know what, guys? For real, for sure. Like I've been working all day on this stuff because I had to prep all these. Like I had to get all these drawn before I could like really actually draw them and paint them and all that stuff. And I had a custom drawing to do today too. Yeah, which I sent to the guy this morning. Yeah, so man, I've been really busy, like even since last night, getting stuff done. So, yeah. Sometimes, I really wanted to do this one for you guys because again, like we hadn't done zombie portraits before, and I kind of wanted to show you how I did them. Now, these are like more celebrity, obviously drawings. They're of guests that are going to be at this year's CreatureCon. So I'm doing them for that, but at the same time, like I am doing them as well as I always try to do, and as intricate and as close to the likeness as possible, because that's really important to me, and so I wanted to show you guys really what that meant. And I hope you can actually see the fact that, yes, I am very, when I do these, I'm extremely focused, and I'm all about trying to make it the best I can, you know. So, yeah, because that's important to know. If you're buying if you're buying or ordering or whatever a zombie portrait, I want you to know that you're getting my best stuff. You know what I mean? So this is a great way to kind of show you in real time too. In real time. So I want to be very particular with the colors and clothing. Not as much with the color, because I am changing some of the color to like for design purposes, to a degree. So yes, I am changing some of the colors, but detail wise, texture wise, contrast wise, I want to stay very close to the original photo. And again, it's not the best. Look at it. Like, it looks like it's made of sand. But I'm gonna again try my best. That was the best that we could get at that point. So yeah, I'm doing my best. But yeah, I'm making them very 80s zombie, practical effects kind of wise. I'm really leaning into that look. That's kind of what I drew. That's kind of how I'm painting this. And yeah, he's got the giant prosthetic, like, mutated zombie look to him for sure. But he's Michael Berryman. So it's perfect. Yeah, he's great, man. He's awesome. Just gonna get that pose again. Okay, so he's got a bit of a thicker lip there. Yeah, that's another thing that identifies him too, is that kind of mouth. So I darken that in quite a bit. Yeah, see? Man, I don't know if you can see that, but immediately it almost, changed the way he looks, having that those scowling lips, He almost has like a Ernie and Bert, look to him. Like his head's cone-shaped almost, I guess. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of more him. Yeah. There. Yeah, man, I'm really trying to get the values in there, correctly, and that too. I think a lot has to do with like the shape of his face and his head, obviously, right? He's a character actor, Yeah, mostly doing the horror sci-fi stuff, I think. But you know what? Like I said earlier, like I don't know if it was first, but he did a Motley Crue video like way back for Home Sweet Home, the video for Home Sweet Home, yeah. And I watched the crap out of that video. Like, I watched that video a million times. So, yeah. Michael Berryman in there. Like, he played a few roles. Like, yeah, he had a few roles in there. So, it was interesting to watch. Yeah. But I think I knew him from before. I think I knew him from other things. Like, probably for sure. Oh, that's a bit too aggressive. No, yeah, maybe. Okay. Yeah, you know what? If I do that, then yes. But if I did this, then no. Okay, and I'll put the highlight there later. Yeah. Again, like, I'm making this up, right? So I think, okay, it needs a little bit more cheek, because his cheek is very, very pronounced in the sense that it's uh, um, sunken in so much, you know? So I wanted to show that. Yeah, I think that's better. I think that defines him more, you know? Yeah, because both sides of his face kind of have that, right? That this part too. And that again defines him a lot, you know? And his nose, and the shape of his head. So yeah, he's got a lot of character for sure, man. Like, he's got a lot of character, you know? So we got Doofy. Man, this guy cracks me up. This guy cracks me up. Yeah. Yeah, so all of these people that I'm doing right now, these celebrities from horror movies and stuff, are going to be at the at CreatureCon this September, end of September. Now again, I cannot remember the exact date. Check that out online, of course. But yes, I'm doing zombie portraits of all of them, so that they can make prints that can be signed by the folks at the convention. So, looking forward to that. Oh my goodness. Much better. And I think I'm almost, you know what, I'm going to put I'm putting the red, putting on the red, I'm putting the red on. And put some black in there, I think. Yeah, because this, you know what, this I'm kind of basing on the Slither movies. Like, I don't know why that came to mind, but I find, given the fact that this movie, like Scary Movie, does parodies of that, parodies of, like, horror movies and stuff, I think that Slither would almost fit in perfectly with the like the parody thing, like, and him being a cop. I don't know why, it just seems to fit. So I had Slither in mind for this Dewey zombie portrait. Because, yeah, they're all different, right? They're all different. Like, they all have different sort of, like, in fact, even the Mosley one is actually going to be monochromatic, because I think that works for him, and I'm trying to do them, since I have basically free reign, so to speak. I just think of that. I just think of Boogie Nights when they're talking about blocking shots and stuff, and Mark Wahlberg's character's like, Jack's like the only one that, like, lets me block my own shots, and then Burt Reynolds is like, I don't let him block his own shots. And then Wahlberg's like, he's got this nervous, like, hiccup or something that he does after that, and it's just hilarious. Boogie Nights, man, if you haven't seen that movie, rectify that problem immediately. Yeah, watch that movie. Watch that movie. It's quite incredible. Quite incredible. It's Paul Thomas Anderson's closest thing to Scorsese ever. It's basically a Scorsese almost movie. I hate to say that because Paul Thomas Anderson did an amazing job, but he literally did Scorsese for that. They're like shots and things that Scorsese uses or has used a million times, and that are of absolutely him, invented by him, used by him, and Paul Thomas Anderson really like used a lot of those things, and that's fine, man. That was totally fine, you know. But he's done some weird movies too. Like I didn't like Punch Drunk Love. I don't know if you all saw that, but I didn't like it, and I tried to love it. Like I'm like, man, I gotta love another Paul Thomas Anderson movie, you know? Like I love his stuff so much, and I'm like, I can't find it in this one, and it has nothing to do with Adam Sandler. Like, look, we all know he makes crap movies. Come on, we all know he makes like absolute toilet garbage, shite movies. Like that's not even debatable. So, you know, but I saw Uncut Gems. I thought that was great. I've seen him, I think, do dramatic roles, and I thought he was really good in them. I wish he would do more of that. I wish he would, you know, because he's good, and like I think his comedy stuff is like it's past expiry date. It's like if Mike Myers did like Austin Powers now, like it just, yeah. And some comedy guys knew when to get out because of that, but these guys, man, they just linger on, and it's wow, it's awful. It's awful. It's awful. So I'm trying to do, you know, Dewey justice here by, you know, keeping him very much like the photo. Very much like him, obviously, photo, the likeness, him, you know. So I'm very much trying to do that, keep that. It's kind of even given me American Werewolf in London vibes with what's his name, the guy's friend who gets killed first. Yeah. I can't remember his name now, but yeah, it's got that. He's got that kind of, you know, vibe to him. I find. I used to love doing noises. I still do. Who am I kidding? I used to love doing noises when it's true. Like when I draw, I do like the. Like Godzilla or whatever, or you know, like a laser noise or whatever, man. You know, it just helps. It helps. Like all of that stuff helps your drawing. It really just does. You know, like all of that sort of, you know, practicality in things that you do. You know. Going outside, feeling nature. How does nature feel? Like how do things feel? Like that all goes in, right? That all goes into the toolbox of your brain, and you use it when you're drawing those things, you know, or you use them when you're trying to. Characterize something, right? So yeah, you use all of that stuff. Like even if you're like, okay, you know what really dry wood feels like, right? So you can actually apply that to like the skin of a wizard or something, like whatever, man. Like whatever you want to do, but at least now you kind of know what that feels like and can, you know, better deliver it, right? And sell it, right? That's the thing, you know. You want people to know what it is immediately. That's the big thing in illustration, man. Like you want people to not even question their like what they're looking at, you know. You want things to be easily read as much as possible, right? No questions, man. Just enjoyment. Just you know, readability. It's you know, it's very much the largest component in storytelling and you know, all of that stuff, right? Illustration, right? Communicating with people, you know. Really important. Really important. So, getting that line down, and getting that curve to work, and like all of those little details and all those little things to sort of work in unison to create an image. That's what you're striving for, so that when somebody looks at it, it's like immediate. They know what it is. There's no guesswork, right? So that's what you're kind of striving for, especially in illustration, right? So, or comic books, or whatever visual medium, period. Then of course you could be an artist with that's more involved in the interpretation of that thing. But if you're illustrating or trying to tell a story, like in comics and stuff like that, the best thing to do is to have art that is very readable. If it reads well, it's great. It's like, that's a huge thing. And I always, again, I like when I was teaching too, I was like, that guys, like, that's the most important thing, to me anyway, is readability. You want people to be able to tell what that thing is, or even what the message is, and all of that stuff. Everything should be included in the art. Like, people should not have guesswork to, our questions, unless that's obviously the gimmick, right? But that very, very rarely happens in comic book or illustration or anything like that. You want people to read your thing, read your image very quickly and easily, So, yeah. That's why being, like having good, inking abilities, drawing abilities, like all of those components, like composition, color theory, and all that stuff, really does help. Really helps, right? So, yeah, and I really like this. I think this is good. What's going on? On and on and on. Okay. It goes on and on and on. All right. So thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the live stream so far, and I hope you check out some of the other live streams too. I'm sure with all of those combined live streams, you could be an artist just like that. All the information is there. All you got to do is pick it up and use it. But for sure, there's a lot of great information for you there in the other live streams that we've been doing on drawing from scratch and all of that stuff. And so I hear people want me to do an actual art lesson. So I think we'll do that coming up soon too. And I'm going to get back to comics now that it's cooler out. Excuse me, getting back to comics, man. So yes, mega looking forward to that. Hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream tonight, and I do encourage you to check out the other live streams here on the channel. I also have a ton of videos, guys, if you want to check those out. Movie reviews, convention reviews. I find those, look at that, I painted myself. Look, I painted myself. I find those, like, really, I think, educational, valuable in the sense that, knowing which cons to go to if you're an artist or just in general, even a vendor of any kind, really. And just like con do's and don'ts, things of that nature, even for really the organizers, man. If you're a con organizer, there is a lot of really good advice to glean from those that I've learned over the years too. So yeah, check those out, guys. Pretty informative, sometimes even entertaining. Uh, but no, I love to give information out to people if I can save them time, money, whatever. I am very happy to do that. And it's like I'm a fan, man. Like I hate to say this because it sounds so corny, but I'm you guys, man. Like I hate it when I get taken advantage of by expectations that are kind of given and things and spending your hard-earned money on things that maybe are not worth it. And I'd hate to have people go to something that I could have helped them avoid if it was really not great, and stuff. But anyway, you know what I mean. No, Rob, we have no idea. What the hell are you talking about? So here, I really do dig, and like this is before the inking, right? This is before the inking. So this will also be inked. There'll be a lot more contrast, but I really like where this is going, man. Yeah, I really think it's the hottest country in the world. So it's the hottest drawing in the world. It is. It's the hottest drawing in the world, I say. Okay, there. So again, I'm going to put some darkness in there. More darker. More darker. More darkener. And you know what? Another sort of feature of him is the eyebrow. So I'm going to actually imply that shape in there and soften it a bit. But you know what? I want to have it in there because, like, his eyebrow's gone because obviously part of his face is gone. But I want to have that line almost of his eyebrow included in there a little bit, to give it that completeness. So yeah. So there, man, you know what, guys? We're almost like at the inking stage. I think I'm kind of almost, there's almost not much left to do in terms of washes anymore. Like, you know what? I think I might do more washes on Felicia here. Felicia Rose. Where is... Okay. Yeah, I think I want to define a couple of things with pigment rather than ink, because I think the ink might be a bit too contrasty, so I'm going to try to keep it less line and more paint, more painterly. Well, it's not even going to be painterly, really. It's just going to be like, it's good. You know what? It's going to kind of be like how they kind of color anime things, like with those nice soft or like just those color shapes, basically. So yeah, I want to kind of do that. Yeah, and I don't like that brush, though. Sorry, brush. I don't like you for this. I like you, but not for this. You're good, but not for this. And again, getting that eye right is very important, man. Because again, like, there's not a lot making this what it is, so it's almost harder to do. You know what I mean? Like, there's very little to define this, and everything is super important. So you really gotta pay attention to the details and stuff like that, and the contrasts and things of that nature, because like a small flub can ruin everything, you know. So yeah, you gotta watch. This is really one to watch out for in so many respects. And yeah, like I don't want to change. Like I said, I don't want to change it too much, you know. Yeah, but there'll be highlights. Like again, this isn't set in stone. There'll be highlights and lowlights and things like that, and tweaks, and again, I think that I can even go in with a white pencil crayon and kind of take some of the brightness out if I have to, you know. So yeah, again, it's careful observation. Like I just noticed, there's like a highlight in the corner of her eye that actually makes that eye a bit wider, longer. But again, it is really important because it goes to the overall aesthetic, right? So you want to keep that, keep that going. And yeah, I'm gonna, like even the hair, like that's important too. But I am gonna really make it black, as much as possible. There will be definitely, you'll be able to see like hair follicles or whatever you want to call them in there, but they'll be very thin and very sparse. It will be mostly black like it is here, because removing that contrast will just damage the look of that drawing. Like it'll just it'll totally, knock it off its axis, man. So yeah, like again, any wrong move will do great harm, because there's very little, happening there. Like, I mean, there is and there isn't. Like, there is tons of subtle stuff, but for the most part, it's the contrast that is doing it for this. Like, there's so much black, and there's so many like little highlights that are formed because and that are pronounced much more because of that black being there. So yeah, but for the most part, there's not much happening, at a glance. Yeah, you gotta watch what you say, because it's like, yeah, there's a lot happening there. No, I know, but for the most part, it's the contrast that is selling that. Her eyes being super white and wide, and against the black of her hair, and all of that stuff, So, and I'll add the blood that's on her upper chest, I guess, neck, chest. We'll add red after. I'm actually going to dull this red out, but I don't want it to get too out of control. I want to keep the shape of her head, because that's really important again. She's got a very long face. Very longy face. It seems. Well, again, she's a kid here, and she's really emoting there. So, yeah. So there's a large portion of that done. You know, there's a large portion of that done. That's coming along. That's coming along. You know, again, this is like the ugliest phase. This is the ugly phase. You know, it's awful. It looks horrible. You know, even this, which I think is the most complete of all the incomplete drawings here. I think even this is like not great. You know, until the inks start to come in and more define things. You know, and this I find a little more complete, and I find a little bit more, you know, dense. But it has a long way to go. Also, you know, in fact, I'm gonna put, you know what, I don't even really need to do that, but I'm gonna put the black straps of his backpack, because he's wearing a backpack now. Oh, okay, yeah. See, it's a good thing I looked, because I almost went over the line there, but I can fix it. Okay, but yes, you must observe. You must observe. And adding more black. Now I'm gonna add way more. I'm gonna actually do the black in pen. But I'm adding this watercolor wash of black just in case I want some areas to be peeking out from the black. This is just a little black. This is gray. This is like a charcoal, right? So I could have like, oh, you know, the black of the pen, and then leave little areas where, you know, it's not so black, it's not so gray, or it's not so black, it's gray rather, you know. Sometimes I get confused myself. And then, not to mention, and I'm going to use this brush, the yellow star that Doofy's got on him. Yeah, he's been great. You've had a great time, eh, Doofy? Yeah, here you go. Here's a nice star for you. There. That is a scary movie that he's from, though, right? Like, I have those movies. It is. It's got to be. Yeah, it is. There. That's great. I like that. That works. Now, you know what? Here again, I did put the blue in, but I haven't put the pale yellow in, and I really have to be careful about that, because I really don't want to again throw this off its axis by, you know, going too hog wild with color. I don't want to do that. But there we go. Like, I think that works. I think that's contrasty enough. Yeah. And you know what? There's little hints of it in there because it's, yes. So there we go. There we go with, and I'll put a little bit in his teeth there. But there we go. That's great. I like that. I think it looks good. We're going to have to put an end to the festivities, guys. Man, it's 12:15. I'm gonna have to call it night. I've been working all day too, like all day prepping these. Excuse me, getting. I finished a custom earlier too for a guy. Sent it to him. So. Yeah, and man, I had so much stuff to do today too, running around. Oh my goodness, getting ready for things. And picking these photos up and stuff too. So yeah, the life of an artist guy never stops. So thank you all for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Oh my goodness, had a ball tonight. Look at all the stuff that we got done. Look at all the stuff that we got done. We got all of this done tonight. Like, this is tons. Oh, that Berryman looks amazing. Like, look at all the stuff that we got done. Man, I can't even get that high. But yeah, that's a lot, man. That's a lot of zombie art, and we got all those guys, all these done. Incredible. I'm gonna have to actually get up here. Like, yeah. Look at that. Isn't that nuts? Yeah, wow. Look at that. Look at all the detail in there. Yeah, we got all that done tonight. 3 hours. Look at that Berryman, man. That is amazing. Right? Total mutant. Total mutant zombie. No, guys, I had a great time with you. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I will be back, and guess what I'm going to be doing next? Inking these guys. Hey! Yeah, I'm going to be inking these guys. Oh, now that I've got the hand gimmick, I'm going to use that to, I'm going to squeeze that like a lemon. But yes, we're going to be doing, we're going to be finishing these. I'm going to be inking these and then finishing them off in terms of, you know, any highlights, things like that. Super looking forward to that. So not tomorrow, but the next day, and I will definitely warn you of my coming, and you can check it out. And I'm looking forward to that. So yes, please come back in a day or two. I will put that on all my socials, where and when it will be, right here, of course. Check out Zombie Daily, guys, please. It is where all my zombie art goes. These will be on there soon too. And zombie portraits, man. Order yourself a zombie portrait like these, and I will get you a zombie portrait of yourself or a loved one, either, you know, for a gift or whatever. I have done 10,000 zombie portraits so far. I'd love to do yours next. So yeah, please check out Zombie Portraits. Subscribe to the channel, please, for more content. That would be fantastic. I have more eyes on my work, and that would really help out the whole thing that I do. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching. Again, peace and love and all of those wonderful things. All the best. Best wishes to you until next time. Bye for now.